Hi guys, it's me, the Witch of Boise, here to do another Pick a Card reading. Woo! Today's reading is going to be a reading on the full moon in Scorpio. I love Scorpio energy. That is my sister sign. I'm a Taurus, and so your sister sign is your opposite sign, and so mine is Scorpio. I love it, love it, love it. So you might be hearing some song in the background. I am super excited to announce that my friend Alan hooked me up. He composed this song specifically for my YouTube channel. How cool is that? So make sure that you go follow him on Instagram. His information is below in the description. His handle on Instagram is landererer. He's in several bands. His personal band is Lander, so also look that up as well. Also, I don't know if I've already said it, but make sure that you do like and subscribe this video. We are going to be doing a pick a card reading for 3 readings, and just so you know, as a disclaimer, that these are general readings, so if they resonate with you, yes! Woo! If they don't resonate with you, well, I'm sorry. So there are 3 readings. You can watch all of them and see if any of them resonates with you. If they do resonate with you, make sure that you do comment below. I love reading your comments. I love hearing how it resonates with you. I just love it. So you should do it. Also, the stones that I picked, you might not, if you are Scorpio, you're like, that's not my stone. These are stones that were picked out of the Crystal Bible. So I was shuffling if they came out and they were corresponding with Scorpio's stones and crystals in the Crystal Bible. I chose them. So that's how I got to them. All right, so we have 3 cards. The first card is Aquamarine, so that's 1. You have Herkimer Diamond, that's number 2. And then you have number 3, which is Kunzite. All right, so pick a card, any card. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna start with number 1. All right, so you chose that Aquamarine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll read out the cards, I'll show them to you, and then start doing them. Because this one has a lot. So you have 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, the Lovers, 9 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, King of Cups, and then you have Page of Swords. Okay, so you are working. You're working really hard. You have been working for a while in order to make things start to manifest and get into fruition. This can be at work, and I feel like it is more of a career money move that you are really working on it. This is making certain investments. This is just making right choices instead of eating out. You're cooking and you're saving money and that kind of thing. I do feel that there is a kind of a stinginess with this. So you are having this nice buildup, but you are holding on to it too much. So make sure that you are giving as well. So that doesn't mean that you're giving someone $20, but it means to donate resources to help others. So that would be, and that isn't necessarily even money. That's time. That's going to the like a homeless shelter and helping out, or an animal shelter and like cleaning things, and or donating food, that kind of thing. So kind of think on that aspect, and I think that's really going to open up this money situation for you more than it is right now. So it feels like with that there has been a victory, but it hasn't been a really sweet victory. And I don't know if it's just the choices that you made, but you have the Lovers, and I'm not really reading this as a romantic aspect. I'm actually seeing this more as choices, and the choices that you're making is going to make your dreams come true, your wishes come true with that 9 of Cups. So if that is something that you're looking for in love, then yeah, you're on the right track. But I do feel like the Lovers right now is about choices, and you are making these really good choices that are propelling you to pretty good success. I feel like in your feminine energy, you're really betraying that Queen of Swords, which is an air energy, a really cut and dry, not kind of a bitch energy, a boss bitch energy, I should say. And then your masculine energy is more of like an emotional state, but it's not like a crazy emotional. You're in charge of your emotions. You're really going through it, and you're going through the punches, and you're doing everything well. And then with the Page of Swords, I think from what you're trying to succeed, and what your goals are and what you're trying to make into fruition, unfortunately with the Page of Swords, that really tells me right now that it's just like, it's going to be on the delay. This isn't going to be something that happens overnight. It doesn't mean that it won't happen, but it's going to be happening a lot longer than you are anticipating. And that doesn't mean like years or decades or whatever, but it just, that is a delay. Okay, and so you got South Node, which is life's debts. You got first house, the body. And you have Sun, the spirit. And I do feel like with the life debts that what you're working on is really kind of that karmic, getting that life debt. Like, for instance, that it's going back to like the donation thing, where it's a complete cycle. It's always a cycle of things. And right now you're working hard in order for things to come to you and that you can receive. But the thing is when you receive it, you have to make sure that you give it in order for that complete cycle. So that's what I'm feeling with that life debts. With the body and spirit, I feel like what you're doing and what you're trying to work towards is really helping your body. So this can be something where you're like an instructor at a gym or doing a class that's aerobics or something that is like that with your body, or even like gardening, something that is outside, or you're using your body. You're not just sitting there and like what I work at a desk job, so I'm just like this all day. So this is something where you're actually moving, and this is really helping your body. If that does not resonate with you, this could be the opposite of like, it's time to focus on your body and make sure that you are moving and that you are focusing on that, because that's your vessel. That's your spirit's vessel. And make sure that with all of this that you are focusing on your emotional and spiritual side as well. And I think you have a lot of pentacle energy and sword energy in your tarot cards. So you need to really not just focus on material items. Make sure that you do focus on that spirituality as well as your body. Okay, then you have Kali, and that's endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. And Cordelia, which is go outside. And you've been indoors too long, go outside and get some fresh air. And I think that goes hand in hand with the body. So you want to make sure that you are going outside, go for a walk. Dedicate yourself to like a 15-minute walk a day if you aren't doing any sort of exercise, and then build up. Do a 15-minute walk in the morning, 15-minute walk at night. Then it just really starts to add up. With your endings and beginnings, I do feel like I don't feel like there is an ending right now. I feel like the ending is coming soon, or you just got into an ending and this is a beginning. So I think it's just also referring that everything that is, if you are having a really good time in life, sometimes that does end, and you know, it's just the circle. It's the circle of life where it's that yin and yang. You can't always have it great. You can't have, it can't be sunshine and roses all the time. And just make sure that you know, and you don't take things for granted, because they will end. But new stuff does begin. So just allow it to happen. Okay, you got lightning, power, forest, breath, love, compassion, and So with that, it is focused on love and like loving yourself and loving other people. And I mean, this can be going to that Lover's card too, where if you're really wanting love, love is coming. And you have this immense power. And I think for what you're doing and everything that's going on, it really, it's really signifying and really starting to charge up what you're wanting. And then forest breath it goes hand in hand with that go outside and body and make sure that you are breathing. And sometimes you just need to just sit there and breathe. I think that we get so caught up in things, and sometimes you just need to meditate and just breathe. Okay, so the next card is, I'm going to slaughter it, is the Rip Geared. And this is finding peace and refuge. And I think that also goes with that forest. This is going out and just being able to just settle. And then love heals fear. The power of your love can help bullies and angry people be less afraid. Love from your parents. No matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. And believe in yourself. And see yourself doing well, and you will. I love the unicorn cards. They're so sweet. And I think it is when you are getting afraid and you are getting like that intense feeling and whatnot, make sure that you're doing it with that love and compassion. Because what you give is what you get. And then you have the love your parents. And this is even if you're estranged from your parents, this can not necessarily mean that. It can mean the people that have raised you. This can be also like adoptive parents or the parents down the street that watch you after school and you feel more connected with them than with your own parents. It's just that love and affection from the ancestral side, and that is even the ones that we have chosen. And then believe in yourself. And I think you are believing in yourself. You're doing some pretty great things. All right, then you have this one, which is the Serpent of Fire. Do not assess your current ability based on past standards, as they no longer apply to you. You are stronger and more powerful now than you have ever been. You need to learn afresh what you are capable of, and Isis will help you now. Very cool. And that's so true, because it looks like you have been learning different things, so you can't go back on those old patterns. And last but not least, you have the Gates of Heaven. And that's release attachments that are lowering your vibration. Call back to yourself, leaving the negativity and the other's energy or other people's baggage. Focus on yourself and your light. Very cool message. So it's just like keeping your own lane. And it looks like you are doing a really good job of that. So just make sure that you do it with love and compassion. Now, really quick, before I'm done, I forgot to mention the aquamarine means communication, courage, and it shields the aura and aligns the chakras. So what a cool card to choose. Well, guys, that's it. Make sure that you like this and subscribe, and we are on to number 2. Hi guys, so you got the Herkimer Diamond, and what this means is it means dreams, clearing chakras, stimulating psychic ability, which is the clairvoyance, and telepathy. Telepathy is what I'm trying to say. It's because I'm dyslexic, just saying. But anyways, what a cool card. That is really, really neat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just read the cards by sections, and then I'll show you them, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so then we have 9 of Swords, Page of Wands, 4 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So it feels like there is some anxiety. There is some of that really kind of like depression. With 9 of Swords, that a lot of times for me is drama queen, but I do feel like this is more of an anxiety. It feels like anxiety, just not, like it just, yeah, that's all I'm feeling is that anxiety of it. And Page of Wands is that there's going to be a message of creativity. There's going to be something of passion. And then Four of Wands is stability. This can be also a marriage card, but I'm feeling this more as a stability in this creative factor. So something is going to be coming in and it's going to really stabilize you. And it feels like you are juggling a lot. And I think it's that this fire that's happening, this passion that's happening, and then your anxiety. So it's kind of like this juggling act of like, holy crap, like how am I supposed to do this while I'm dealing with this? So it feels like you have a lot on your plate, but you're doing a pretty good job at juggling it. Okay, you have 9th house, which is faith, and Cancer, I feel. Very interesting. So with faith, I mean, the biggest thing is when you're juggling like this and you're like, I can't do this anymore. There's been times where I have had that conversation with myself, and you just have to have that faith. You have to have faith in yourself, and you have to have faith in the universe, God, Jesus, whatever you believe in. You have to have faith because that's what's going to help you with it. And if you are atheist and you don't believe in anything, then it's having faith for yourself and making sure that you are behind yourself, that you know what you can do and you know that you're capable of doing it. Cancer, this can be either your sign, but this can also be the time frame. Cancer is around the beginning of July. Yes, it is towards the end of June and the beginning of July. So it's around that time. So that can be something where maybe this message is going to be brought to you, or something that can be just something really significant that you need to keep your eyes out for it. I don't see any kind of love cards. I would say that would be a potential partner, but that's kind of the two things that I'm thinking. But I also, with the quote on there is I feel, and I think you need to also keep in touch with your emotions. When you're starting to feel that anxiety and you're starting to feel, you need to get some tools, and that would be going to a counselor and helping them, or having them help you with some tools that might be able to get you off that ledge of just like that anxiety, help you soothe yourself. Okay, then you have Nemetona, which is sacred space, and that's create an altar or visit place to connect with the divine. And then you have Vesta, which is home. Your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. Very cool. So there's something that's going on, and I feel like this is in your home, where your home is now becoming your sacred space. This is becoming your sanctuary. So there might be some healing with that anxiety, and that you are getting in those aspects of trying to get yourself off and off that anxiety riddled mess. I totally understand it. And it's coming in home, and that's kind of like your home base. And also Cancer, that's the sign of home. They are a home body. They want everything to deal with being at home. They are in their shell. That's what they love. So it's kind of interesting that those two came up together. Okay, so this is Earth Magic. There was a ton of them. So we had wind, activation, volcano, volatility, crystals, focus, winter solstice, reflection, meadow, vulnerability, waterfall, effortless, whale, breach, rainbow, blessings, music, harmony, wolf, instinct, and stone people, vigilance. So this does feel like, honestly, with all of these cards, I feel like this is a juggling act. There's a lot that's going on here. So there is something that's activating, and I think it is going to be with that volatility, that really just, there's going to be a lot of emotions because you're activating it. You're finally just being like, okay, I'm done. Like, I just want to get this started. And I think this comes back to that, like, Herkimer diamond, which is that psychic ability. And I think with that, you're opening your third eye, and that's going to activate a lot of stuff. And that does get a lot of emotions that you didn't ever think that you would feel. And it does come out in really weird ways. So I think right now is that you need to make sure that you do focus. You focus on reflecting on yourself and reflecting what has happened in the past and how, moving forward, how you, if you were in that situation, how would you do different? It's learning from that. And then also with Meadow is showing that vulnerability, making sure that you are vulnerable. Don't always have that wall up. Make sure that wall is down. And I think things are going to feel effortless as that waterfall. And with the Whale, you're going to breach. You're going to get out of this whole weird, like, mental illness. It feels like it's mental blockage. And you're going to be breaching out of it. You're going to get out of that. And you have blessings for it. And I think this is also showing that music is a really good outlet to get that stuff out. Make sure that you do trust your instinct and be vigilant. When you are becoming vulnerable, people do prey on that. So make sure that you're vigilant and that you are protecting yourself. So, and again, that is that balance. That is all of that. It is kind of contradictory, but at the same time, it's that perfect balance. And it feels like that is what needs to happen. Okay, so now you got the Lagoose, which is the Ruin of Waters, which is waterfall. That's connecting with our intuitive and psychic aspects of yourself. Don't force it, let it flow. So there is a lot of psychic energy, and I think that you're trying to focus on it and you're trying to get it so it comes out more freely. And trust me, that is a journey itself. And it looks like you're doing really well with it. Then you got Decide. It's time to clearly make a decision of what you want. Okay, then you have Ancient Power Mysteries. The Oracle guides you to honor the power of your voice, whether through spoken or sung words, or through what you write, speak about, or stand for symbolically. You have a potentially very powerful healing voice, in that you're guided to recognize the responsibility that you have for what you proclaim through your voice. Wow. Then you have Truths Unveiled. There are times when appearances of people, places, and things are deceptive. You will sense this when something feels uncomfortable within you, when you notice feelings of anxiety or doubt within you. You may think there is something wrong with you, but actually it's intuitively sensing that it is not as it appears to be. Trust what you feel and not what it appears to be. There's your vigilance, and that whole, that's crazy. Okay, and then Queens of Heaven. The Queen of Heaven is the divine empress of the skies, acknowledges your feminine authority now as a man or a woman. You have a life path of spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom into the world. So I'm definitely feeling like this is a spiritual journey that you're on. Wow, very cool. Then you have Enter the Jade Temple, and it's feel relief and resolution to your anxieties and problems. Healing and resolution is underway. Very cool. So yeah, it feels like there's a lot of anxiety going on, but you're working it out, girl. You got this. All right, guys. Well, that is it for number 2. Make sure that you do like and subscribe, and we are on to number 3. Okay, number 3, we have Kunzite, and this is self-love, universal love, peace, humility, and willingness to serve. What a cool card. All right, I'm just going to read these out, and then we'll go from there. So you have 6 of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Sun, Temperance. You have the Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Empress, the Knight of Cups, the World, the Hermit, 7 of Wands. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that's going on, a lot of positive energy. A lot of this is just saying like fate and destiny is at play. I do feel like there is going to be 2 suitors, and that is the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So there's going to be two people that are coming into your life. This can be male or female. But you are moving on. You're moving on from the past. You're really in charge of your emotions. You're being really positive. You're balancing everything. You're like this goddess. Like, it's really cool energy. And you're just feeling super complete within yourself. And you are on a spiritual journey with that Hermit. And I think you're kind of defending yourself because, yeah, you have some people that are chasing you. And you're just like, I'm good for right now. Okay, you have the solar eclipse, which is revolution. Then you have moon, which is soul. You have Scorpio, which is I transform. Very cool. And then you have Aries, I am. And Mercury, mind. And the part of fortune, increase. So immediately what sticks out to me, and when I was pulling these cards, it just creeped me out. You have the Knight of Wands and the Aries. So it's an Aries. And then you have the Cups, which another water sign is Scorpio. So keep that in mind. That could be those suitors that are coming after you, or someone that's coming into your life. So you're working on your soul, your mind, you're reading. Like, this is such a cool energy. And you are increasing your own, you can't really increase your soul, but you can increase the learning aspect, and you can increase what you're doing and everything. This is just a cool energy that you are doing, because you're just like hanging out, doing whatever, and your self-love and confidence is off of the charts. Okay, so now you got Unga, which is easy does it. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. And I feel like it totally is. You have the Mother Mary, which is expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. And then you have Sedna, which is infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrow. And I feel like these are definitely law of attraction. If you are doing law of attraction, this is recognizing that, and you're going to be manifesting what you want. If you don't know what law of attraction is, you need to look it up for real. And then you have Lakshmi, which is bright future. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. Again, law of attraction. Then you have spring equinox, which is rebirth. And I feel like with this Six of Swords moving on, you are in this rebirth. You are like becoming this different person. There's not anything that's like there's a death card or anything that's dying, but you're just growing, and it's really cool energy. And you have childhood, which is innocence. This one, I usually recognize it as going back into childhood and what gave you joy, and make sure that you keep doing stuff like that. Then you have Well of Word, which is the magic is real and everything is connected. Don't dwell on the past. You'll miss the present and the potential future. So opportunities that will come up that will change your future. So keep moving forward. Get the past behind you. Keep moving forward and be present. Then you got teamwork, and that is work with others to make this situation come about. And then curiosity, and it's start a project related to something you're curious about. The interesting thing about both of these is that they have unicorns and cats. So keep that in mind. That could be symbols to you. Unicorns and cats. I love it. Okay. And so then we got this, which is the Divine Guardian. This is a time of significant spiritual growth and healing for you. You are protected during these times by the love and strength of Divine Mother Isis. Relax and allow your transformation to happen. The Divine Guardian protects you now. Let go. Trust unconditionally in what is happening for you. And there's only divine love beneath the surface of the present situation. Holy crap! Okay. And then last but not least, you have Spin the Silken Thread Divine. It's a new cycle. Release old emotional patterns and what is not aligned with your true heart. So, wow, you are needing to just let go. You are on this really cool path. Things are happening to you, and this is such a good reading. This is probably my favorite one, is number 3. What a cool message. Well, make sure that you do like and subscribe. I want to thank you so much for watching. I want to also thank Alan so much for creating this beautiful soundtrack, and I just can't wait to see what the future holds for you guys. And I hope that everything resonated with you. Make sure that you do comment below, and I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Bye. Bye.